Oh, why is my video off? Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to this week's Exercise with Exos. Super excited to get into this workout with you guys. So I'll go ahead and get started with explaining everything that we are going to be doing today. So we are going to be doing a Tabata style workout. So we're going to have 5 different rounds. In each round, we're going to do 20 seconds of the first exercise, 20 seconds of the second exercise, and then 20 seconds of the third exercise. So we're just going to go through that 3 times and then we'll move on to the next one. So we're going to be hit the ground running this time. So I'll go through and explain everything, and then we'll get started with our warm up, and then we'll get right into the circuit. So, our first 3 movements that we're going to do a squat, and then a squat pulse, and then a squat hold. So, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds. So, we're going to be here. So, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to just squat air squatting. You can grab something, some weights to hold if you would like. So we're going to do some air squats here, 20 seconds. And then we're going to pulse for 20 seconds. We're just squeezing the glutes, kind of going up and down, nice and, um, you know, my butt isn't going too high up or too far down. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to hold for 20 seconds at the bottom. So that's our first circuit. So we're going to do 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, squat, pulse, hold. And then we're going to go ahead and get onto the ground. Over here. We're gonna get on the ground for some planks. So we're gonna be in the nice plank position here. And we're first thing we're gonna do 20 seconds is plank to pike. So we're gonna be in a plank, push up into a pike, and back down. So plank to pike here. And then the next 20 seconds are gonna be plank toe tap. So we're gonna push up, tap your opposite toe, back down, push up, opposite toe, and back down. So we're just gonna alternate between the two, 20 seconds. And then finally plank shoulder taps. So we're gonna be tapping each shoulder. So from the front view, looking like this, tapping each shoulder, 20 seconds. And then the third thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some curtsy lunges. So we're gonna do 20 seconds on one leg, 20 seconds on the other leg, and then 20 seconds alternating. So starting on whichever leg that you would like to start, we're just gonna step diagonal, back and behind, come down, hips are forward, and then we're gonna stand back up. So we're just gonna alternate. We're not gonna alternate. We're gonna do all on one side, and then all on the other side, curtsy lunges, and then we'll alternate for that final 20 seconds. And then we're gonna do some more upper body here. So the next one is gonna be I's, Y's, and T's. So we're gonna be bent over for this. And we're gonna have our core tight, back nice and flat. And we're gonna go ahead and bring our hands straight overhead. So from the other angle, our arms are gonna look like this. So we're gonna make an I. So bent over this way, I. And then we're gonna do Y's for 20 seconds. So we're gonna make a nice Y here, like we're spelling the YMCA, doing Y's. And then finally T's. So arms straight out to the side, pinkies up, getting those nice rear delts engaged, and from that side. So we'll do I, and then Y's, and then T's. And then finally, this one we're not going to do 20, 20, 20. The last thing we're going to do is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds. The 40 of the first, 20 of the second. We're going to do burpees. So burpees for 40 seconds, and then we're going to get up and we're going to do marches for 20 seconds. So burpees, we can jump back down, make sure that we are jumping back with our whole foot on the ground before we jump. So burpees and then marches. And if you're not in a place where you can jump today, instead go ahead and put your hands on the ground, walk your hands out, walk your feet and by hands on my feet, and then stand back up. So that's going to be the alternate for that. And then thank you to Louise for putting the workout in the chat box. So if you guys get lost at any point in time, feel free to look into the chat, and the whole workout will be there. And then I'll be making sure that I keep us along and remind you guys what's coming up next. So we'll go ahead and get started with our warm up. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the top of our space here. We're going to do the world's greatest stretch. So interlacing our hands, grabbing our right knee, pulling the right knee towards the chest. And we're going to step back into a reverse lunge. Hands go to the inside of that foot of the front leg. So left foot in front, left hand on the inside of that left foot. Now we're going to take the left hand, open up towards the ceiling, gazing past the thumb. and keeping our back leg nice and straight. So we should start to feel this stretch in our legs. And we're going to exhale, place that hand on the outside of our left foot, push ourselves up into a nice hamstring stretch. So we're feeling the stretch all the way from the calves, all the way through the hamstrings. And then we're going to go ahead and place the right foot next to the left foot and stand on up. Wonderful. So now we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to interlace my fingers, grab my left knee, pull it towards my chest. And we're going to exhale, reverse lunge, hands on the inside of the front leg. So right leg is in front, right hand is right on the inside of that right foot. And we're going to plant that left hand, rotating, opening up, right hand towards the ceiling, gazing past our thumb, back leg nice and straight. And we're going to exhale, place a hand on the outside of the right foot, pushing up into a nice hamstring stretch. And we're going to go ahead and bring the left foot next to the right foot and stand on up. Wonderful. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our upper body warmed up a little bit, and we're going to do some inchworms, okay? So we're going to take our hands, we're going to bring them to the ground and do a nice forward fold. And from here, we're going to walk our hands out into a nice plank position. Staying here for a second, getting our core warmed up for all those planks we're going to do. And we're going to push ourselves up into that pike position. And we're going to walk our hands, and by hands, I mean feet, towards the hands. And we're going to stand on up. And now we're going to go ahead and do that one more direction. And we're going to go back the way we came one more time. So hands to the ground, walking the hands out into that plank position. Keeping the core nice and tight, staying here for a second, pushing ourselves up into that pike position. Feel that nice stretch to the shoulders and walk the feet towards the hands. And then we're going to stand back up. Awesome. All right, last portion of the warm-up, we're just going to do 5 air squats. We're going to get ready for all those squats we're about to do. So feet shoulder width apart, we're just going to do nice 5 squats here. So bring the glutes down, squeezing, keeping our core tight. Great job. 2 more here. And last one. Awesome. So I'm going to get the timer started, and we're going to get started with that first set, which is going to be our squats, okay? So squats, squat pulses, and squat holds, okay? 3 times through, going in 3, 2, 1, and go. So these are going to go pretty quickly. We got 20 seconds of each one. So we're squatting first. We're bringing those glutes down, whole foot on the ground, heel, big toe, little toe, pushing the ground away from us. Keeping that core tight, back is nice and flat. Not forgetting to breathe. 3, 2, 1, and we're pulsing now. So we're just squeezing those glutes, going up and down ever so slightly. We're not standing all the way up, but we're also not at the bottom of our squat, really. We're just working our glutes here. You're gonna start feeling in the quads a little bit. So we're squeezing the glutes, squeeze the quads. 3, 2, 1, and we're holding at the bottom. So holding, squeezing the glutes, making sure we're breathing, keeping our back flat, core tight, focusing on squeezing our glutes, squeezing the quads. 3, 2, 1, and we're back to squatting. So up and down, full squats here. We got 2 more of these, and then we're going to move on to those planks. Great job, everyone. Keep squatting, squeeze those glutes. 3, 2, 1, and we're pulsing. So we are near the bottom of our squat here, just squeezing those glutes. We are going to feel it a little bit in those quads. I'm just going to start feeling that burn, so we got to keep pushing through. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and we're holding at the bottom here. So we have our whole foot on the ground, heel, big toe, little toe. We're keeping our core tight, squeezing those glutes, keeping everything nice and tight. Keep pushing. We're doing awesome. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one, you guys. We're squatting again. Last round of this, and then we're going to we're doing plank to pike. So up next, after these squats, pulses, and holds. So we're squeezing our glutes, getting good quality reps here. 3, 2, 1, we're pulsing, squeezing those glutes, squeezing our quads. We're going nice. We're not standing all the way up. We're not going all the way down. So we're about halfway through. Just squeezing our glutes, pushing the ground away from us. 3, 2, 1, and we're holding at the bottom. Last hold, you guys, we got this. I know these are hard. These are tough. We're doing awesome. We're getting the isometric work in. We're getting stronger by the second. 20 seconds for this one is pretty long, I know. It goes by really quick with the squats. 3, 2, 1. All right, getting ready, you guys. I'm going to give you 5 seconds here on the ground in that plank position. Getting ready, plank to pike. 3, 2, 1, and go. So we're in that plank, pushing ourselves to the pike and back down. So we're pushing using our shoulders, exhaling as we come up to really engage that core here today. 3, 2, 1. All right, similar movement, but we're tapping our toes. So we're pushing ourselves up into a nice pike position, but we're tapping the toe. So we're gonna need a little bit of an extra shoulder workout here. Exhaling as we come up, keeping our core tight. 3, 2, 1, and we're doing shoulder taps. So making sure that we are placing our hands directly below the shoulders, right where we found them. Making sure that our hips are pointed down. We're not opening up when we're not rotating here. 3, 2, 1, plank to pike, pushing ourselves up and back down, keeping our core tight. Back is flat. We're not coming down too far. We want to be a nice straight line. 3, 2, 1. Same thing, but we're tapping the toes. So alternating tapping opposite toe with your opposite hand. Placing the hands directly below the shoulders. Great job, you guys. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. We're tapping, keeping. Oh, almost fell there. Making sure we're placing our shoulders, our hands directly below the shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. 3, 2, 1. Last round. Plank to pike. Don't forget to breathe. Keep pushing. Y'all are doing awesome. Use that core. Use our shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Tapping opposite toe with our opposite hand. So pushing ourselves up, using our shoulders, using the core. If you need to take a second, take a second. 3, 2, 1. All right, last thing, shoulder taps. I know these ones are hard, especially if you were in total body strength this morning. I know my shoulders are dead, so I apologize about these planks. We're doing awesome. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right. We're going to get a few seconds here to transition. We're going into those curtsy lunges. So we're standing up. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We got to stay hydrated through these classes. I know it can be easy to get real sweaty inside. All right. Doing curtsy lunges, all on one side, all on the other side, and then we're gonna alternate, okay? 3, 2, 1, and go. So starting with whatever foot you would like to. We're stepping diagonally behind, letting that knee track past the second toe. Hips are forward. Want to kind of create some constant tension here in the glute. 3, 2, 1, switching sides. So if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, don't stand all the way up. If you want to kind of burn out those glutes a little bit more. I know last week the glute workout was a little intense, but 3, 2, 1, we're alternating. So stepping, alternating sides, staying nice and low here in between. I don't want to stand all the way up. I want to keep that tension on the glutes. We're pushing the ground away from us. Heel, big toe, little toe. 3, 2, 1. And we're back to whatever side you started with. I know my glutes are starting to burn now. Making sure hips are forward. So pretend like you have some headlights today and you're blinding me through the camera. 3, 2, 1, switching sides. Make sure we're not forgetting to breathe. Y'all are doing awesome. We're stepping back and diagonally, keeping all of our weight over that front foot. So our weight should not be in our back foot. Want to keep our chest forward here. 3, 2, 1, we're alternating. Awesome job, everyone. We're almost there. We got one more to go after this. And then we're doing our IYTs. Awesome, everyone. 3, 2, 1. All right, last round. Starting with whatever side you started with. Keeping that tension. Whole foot in the ground. Heel, big toe, little toe. Back is flat. Core is still tight. Using those glutes. 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Great job, y'all. Keep pushing. Use those glutes. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. We're alternating. Last one. And we'll take a quick rest before IYTs. And then we got some burpees and marches. And then we'll do a nice cool down. We'll be on with the rest of our day. 3, 2, 1. And we are taking a quick rest. Again, grab some water if you need it. Shake out your legs. I know my glutes are on fire after that one. That was awesome. All right, eyes, Y's, T's coming up next. Making sure we got core tight, back flat, making an I, Y, and then a T. 20 seconds of each. 3, 2, 1, and go. We're hinging at the hips, arms straight up like an I. So when we do this, we want to make sure that our shoulders are not touching our ears. We want them away from the ears, squeezing the fronts of our shoulders here. 3, 2, 1, making a Y. So similar, but arms are coming out a little bit further. So here, now we're here. We're still in the YMCA. Squeezing our back, making sure our shoulder blades are pulled back, pelvis is tucked. 3, 2, 1, and we're doing T's. So arms straight out to the side. So we were here, now we're out to the side, making a T with our arms, keeping our shoulder blades pinned together. And we're squeezing, bringing up through the rear delts here. 3, 2, 1, and we're back to the I. So arms straight above head, squeezing those shoulders, keeping everything nice and tight, back tight, core tight. Make sure we're not forgetting to breathe. Arms straight overhead. 3, 2, 1. We're making a Y. So instead of here, we're now making a Y. Arms straight out, using the back. Again, shoulder blades pinned back together. Core is nice and tight. Our low back is nice and flat. 3, 2, 1. All right, making that T. So we're squeezing through the shoulders here, using those rear delts, going to parallel here. So pinkies up, going parallel. Keeping everything nice and tight here. 3, 2, 1. All right, last round of this. Back to the eyes. Arms straight above head, like railroad tracks. Shake it out a little bit if you need to. I know this is a lot of bending over. You guys are doing awesome. 3, 2, 1. All right, making a Y. So we're here. Now we're making that Y. We're now the village people. We're seeing the YMCA. You guys are doing awesome. Squeezing those shoulders, making sure shoulders are away from the ears. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one. Making the T, last time making that T. Arms straight out to the side. Using those rear delts, keeping our back nice and flat. This one will really help us with some posture, especially since we tend to sit at our desks all day. 3, 2, 1. All right, taking a rest. So last thing we're doing today, we got burpees and marches. So making sure we are landing with our whole foot on the ground. We're going to do this 3 times, okay? So 40 seconds of burpees, 20 seconds of marches. Last thing we're doing today, and then we're going to do a nice cool down. Are we ready? Are we born ready? All right, I'm going to start the timer. We're going to get going here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So again, if you're not in a place to be doing burpees today, or if you're not in a place to be jumping, you can walk your feet out. You can do some air squats. You can do marches the whole time, whatever's most comfortable for you today. But if we are doing burpees, making sure we're landing with our whole foot on the ground and that we're being very light on our feet. I don't want anyone to be able to hear us jumping up and down. And remember, we are doing 40 seconds, so this is going to feel a little bit longer than everything else we've done today. Making sure we push ourselves, get one more rep each time. 3, 2, 1, and we're marching. We're walking it out. We're driving those knees up, using our core. We're using those arms as well. So we're driving the knees up, hammering those arms into the ground, punching the ground away from you. 3, 2, 1. We're back to burpees. Great job, everyone. We are not doing push-ups with these burpees today, but if you want to challenge yourself, feel free to go ahead and try and do some push-ups. But I think all of us have pretty sore chests from all of those push-ups we did with Luis yesterday. So if we're not doing push-ups, I don't blame you. But if you want to challenge yourself, I applaud you. Keep pushing. Y'all are doing awesome. We're almost there, and then we got one more round of burpees after this. 3, 2, 1. We're marching. Okay. We got this round of marching, and then we got burpees. And we got one more thing of marching, and then we'll be able to do a nice cool down. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. Okay, burpees. Last one. Trying to push yourself. Do a few more this time than you did last time. Do a few more this week than you did last week. Keep pushing yourselves. We're getting better at this every time we do them. Great job. Keep pushing. Whole foot on the ground. Push the ground away from you as you jump. 3, 2, 1. We're marching it out. Great job, everyone. Now, burpees are not tough. Now my legs are tired from that one. It's a good one. 3, 2, 1. And we are resting. We are done with that circuit. Great job, you guys. That was tough, but you guys did awesome. We're gonna go ahead, get a sip of water, and we're gonna make our way down to the ground. We're gonna be on our hands and our knees today. So, making our way to the ground. We're gonna work on opening up our back and our shoulders a little bit first, and then we'll do some leg stuff. So, hands and our knees. What we're gonna do is we're gonna thread the needle. So I'm gonna take my right arm, I'm gonna thread it through in between my left arm and my left leg. And I'm gonna push into the ground with my palm, with the back of my hand. Palm is up. Push into the ground, pull away with the upper back. We're gonna start to slow our breathing down here. So inhaling nice and deep and slow. And slowly exhaling with each breath, sighing away any tension here. And if you'd like to add in a little bit of an extra chest opening stretch, go ahead and take your left arm, wrap it around your body, and tuck it right in your hip of your opposite side. And that's going to help us open up the chest a little bit more. So after all those planks and the IYTs, that's going to help us a little bit here. So we're getting a nice upper body stretch here. Let's go ahead and do one more big inhale here. And a nice, long, slow exhale. We're going to place the left hand on the ground and then the right hand. We're going to return back onto our hands and our knees. And from here, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take my left arm now, thread it through in between my right arm and my right leg, pressing the back of my hand into the ground and pulling away with my upper back. We should start to feel this stretch right under the shoulder blade. Inhaling nice and deep, exhaling nice and slow, inhaling into the chest, feeling everything open up here. And from here, if you'd like a little bit of an extra chest opener, go ahead and wrap your arm around you, tuck that into your hip of your opposite side, and get a nice little chest opening stretch here. Sighing away any tension that we feel in the upper body here today. And we're going to go ahead and do one more big inhale. And a nice, long, slow exhale. We can go ahead and place that hand back on the ground and return onto our hands and our knees. And the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to do some quadruped rocking here. So we're going to open up those hips a little bit, do a little active stretch here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the knees a little bit wider than our hips, and we're going to rock back, bringing the glutes to the heels. And we're going to pause here for a second or two, feeling that stretch in the hips. Then we're going to squeeze the glutes and return back to the hands and knees here. So we're going to do that a few more times, rocking back, glutes to heels, squeezing and coming up. Feeling that open up your hips when you rock back. Try and get those glutes as close to the heels as you can before squeezing and coming up. We're going to go ahead and do two more here. Still making sure we're focusing on the breathing, slowing the breathing down. And we're going to go ahead and do one more here, last one, rocking back, glutes to heels. Big, deep belly breath. Exhale nice and slow. And return to the hands and knees. And from here, you can return to seated, kneeling, or standing, however you like to finish out this class. But thank you all so much for coming. You did awesome. Yes, my shoulders are also on fire. So you guys did awesome. Thank you again for coming. Don't forget, we have one more stretch break today at 2:30. And starting next week, we're actually adding a bunch of new classes onto the schedule. So I know Luis is adding a couple classes. Brittany's going to have a couple in the evenings. I'll have one in the mornings on Friday. So stay tuned for all of that. All of that is up on our SharePoint site. So check that out. Yes, the quads too. My quads are on fire. Everything's on fire right now. You guys did awesome. Thank you for coming. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll hope to see you all later at the stretch break.